be very easy to search and explore and connect with different people on the platform. This is the main site. Like I talked about previously, it's meant to connect service providers with crypto projects. There's only two buttons really that people use in the start, and that's to find a shiller. Because the platform is named Shilly, we will go with the crypto term shiller in this case. But it will be mixed with service provider, because Shilly, shillers in a term is mostly people that promote with influence and stuff like that, but we want to hit a broader market. So at this current stage, it's service provider. And also keep in mind that we still have about 20 days of changing the platform and in the layout and how we choose to do things. Currently, just 2 days, we have changed so many items on the site and changed so many flows. But it's important to know that all of these functions that makes the site Shilly, the way that we connect, is all in the back end and front end, and that's completed. So we only look at how we can improve the user experience currently. And this, of course, we have multiple platforms. It will grow with time. It will it will grow with time. This is the front page. You can explore services by categories. You can click right into it. There is some information on why Shilly, decentralized, transparent, and secured, fast and easy, and it's a network. I think this is also interesting for the future, that because Shilly is endless, it will grow with the industry. It will grow with our marketing. It will grow with how people use the platform. And this, in a service provider perspective, is very interesting, because they will also get their access to networking with real providers in the business. So we will have a few marketing agencies that will join this platform. Of course, for them, it's very keen to have the best connections when they do their services on the platform later on. So it's a win-win. In the future, this network will grow. And we will have hopefully a large network with really good and talented services providers in the market. Then we have a featured service providers section. This is meant for those that do partnerships with us, those that have a really good score on the site, and those that we want to feature moving forward. And that's the entirety of the front page for now. When it comes to finding service providers on the site, there's two different options. We have chosen to split them into two. One of them is the Explore Service Providers page, and it's set to give you a view of the categories that we have set up that I will show you in a minute. So because this is a test environment, of course, there's not a lot of accounts here, but you can imagine when we fill this up later on. So this site is just made to scroll through these areas for now. Then we have a search option where you can search specifically through categories as the platform grows. Of course, these categories will grow with time. We have some set for the current service providers that we will onboard, but it will grow. You can filter on reviews, on the average price. They will all set their own profile pictures and background images, and it's a very easy way for them to browse, basically. Because as you know, this Explore page, when we have a lot of users, has to be a way to find them easy. That being said, I talked about it previously. We have a verified badge, as you can see on my profile and avatar here. This will be only towards the service providers that we verify that they do own the services, that they do deliver good services, and some cases it will be a KYC depending on how we will do it in the future. But if I show you this temporary profile, it will give an avatar of the profile itself. If it's a shiller or a project, it will show that they have a verified badge. That's basically us securing the buyer that this is a legit tested out by us service provider. they are free themselves to edit this page when it comes to services. All of the services will be booked by chatting and sending service offers. I will show you how that workflow works. It's built up with the average rating, how many likes, and the average price of that service provider. When it comes to rating, that is only available once an order is completed between a project owner and the shiller itself. So there's no way to abuse that when it comes to rating and reviews later on. Of course, the profiles have short bios. This is an example profile, so bear with me. And then there will be social links, so it will be easier for the shiller in this case to find the community and find what they're actually looking for. And then there's the review section that others can go in and see what other project owners had given this in review and stuff like that later on. And that brings us to the other case where today in the market, they all have to find these things themselves and talk to other project owners and try to find if it was a good delivery or not. And, all have different experiences. So I think this is a very good option. And all of this is public, of course. That's the example profile that I have to show today. When it comes to the Web3 connections, it's that simple. You connect your wallet, it's Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and when you do it your first time, you will be presented with, if you're a project owner or if you're a shiller, and that's how you create your profile. When it comes to profile themselves, the edit page looks like this. They will choose their name, username, location, short bio. They will be free to write about their services. They have to upload an image, and cover image, and their social links. And then they have to choose their specialist. Now, this is, of course, the categories that I mentioned previously, in what category they actually end up in. They can only currently choose 2 different ones. So they cannot choose all to get on all pages when people search. They have to choose what their main services are, basically. We might increase this depending on feedback later on. Of course, when it comes to this platform, we have built it in a way, like I mentioned previously, that we can change things along the way. And if we notice a lot of feedback on changes that service providers think is good for the product, of course, we will look into that. But that's how it works. And then they save their profile, and this is how it looks for them. When it comes to collaborations for these shillers, now I'm logged in as a shiller right now, so they will get their invitations in this way. It will show them their completed collaborations and the new invites from people that want to buy services. So, of course, the chat is the main thing, but once they send an offer, it will be presented to them in this way. Let's see, we're on BSC testnet here, so give it a minute. Actually, let me see if I have. So this is how an offer is presented to a shiller. This is the Shilly fee that I was talking about. It will always deduct that when the income, in the income breakdown, and it will show them how much they will receive when they complete the order. The workflow I will go into in a minute, but this is how it's presented to them. And when they finished an order, the smart contract will release it to their wallet and their profile, and they will be able to claim it on their profile once it's completed. When it comes to the chat itself, let's see if I have something. This is how it will be presented. Of course, there is notifications on different things that happen on the site itself. It will show when someone sends you a collaboration. It will show you when someone has deposited into the smart contract. It will show you all of these things. But it will also update in the chat itself between these two. And how this works, we actually have a page for it now that's called How It Works. It goes through, we have a 6-step process that we call it here inside Shilly. So this is how the process works. If you look on the right side, we have the buyer and the service provider. The service offer will always be from the buyer perspective. So that